Moving on to one of my favorite 3rd generation monsters, we have Gigginox. Considering the new flagship monster of Sunbreak is a vampire elder dragon, Gigginox would be a perfect fit for the upcoming expansion. Well, okay, it's released now at the time that I'm putting out this video, but when I was first working on it, it hadn't been. How so? Well, for those of you who haven't fought or know much about this monster, let's take a look at Gigginox's armor, and I think you'll get an idea. Cloaked in dark purple armor with highlights of blood red, the point of this set is to give off a vampiric vibe, and I love it. The shoulders look like bat wings as well as a cloak at the same time. It's so badass. Great use of colors that really make your hunter look like a threat from the shadows. Absolute S. One of my all-time favorite sets in the series. On top of that, we have such fantastic skills. Sharpener for increasing your speed at sharpening weapons, status attack up, and one of my favorite skills of all time, hearing protection. There is the downside of negative divine blessing, so you might take some extra damage, but that isn't too hard to fix with a decoration or two. Ultimately, this is my go-to set in 3U, even being my number 1 set in high rank. When I was looking into it, I was able to find a Palico set from Portable 3rd. At first I thought there was also a Gigginox Palico set in 4U, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So either way, I have never used this set, because I've never played Portable 3rd. That was only released in Japan for either the PlayStation Portable or PS3. But based off of this image, I also love this set. The glowing eyes are a great touch for this kitty bat outfit. Cute little bat wings are also nice on top of that. Once again, we have another S tier for a Giggy set. Weapons time! Whew, and what a selection we have indeed, starting with the dual blades. Strangely, I find these to have the weakest design, though I still really like them. Thick, jagged wing-shaped blades with cool patterns make them a cool pair of swords. However, I just don't like the colors all that much, but they do have a better color scheme in high rank. Sword and shield. Now we are talking. What a sexy looking SNS. A long saber-like blade with a great hilt and blood-tinged colors is so perfect. Then we have the shield that looks like the head of a Gigginox as well. The top of the shield has these cool large eyes, and the underside looks like the mouth of the monster. In high rank, there is also an axe version of the SNS, and it is neat, but I love the saber so much more. One of my favorite weapons. Longsword. Well, here we are already. The best Gigginox weapon, the Bleeding Cross. A claymore-looking sword with a great hilt, simple but regal-looking scabbard, and a phenomenal blade. The amazing shape and deep red blade makes this such a fantastic longsword. I feel like we don't get enough claymore-like longswords, but I love the ones we get. 10 out of 10 weapon. Hunting horn, because why not turn a coffin into a heavy-hitting horn? Man, Giggy has so many cool looking weapons. The skin stretched across the iron coffin, held together with chains, makes this weapon look so much more dangerous. Lastly, we have Lance. First off, the shield. Holy cow, this is neat. Shaped like a bat, it may not be very practical, but damn, it looks great. Then we have the lance itself, that would work perfect in a warrior's game. A thick blade at the end that looks like it can do some serious damage, while on the other end we have a small hook that I find just to be a nice touch. All of Gigginox's weapons have a wonderful sense of attention to detail to their designs. Plus, all of these weapons are poison inflictors. Some much better than others, but poison is still my favorite status to use. S-tier weapons. I love them all so very much. In the end, I think it's an absolute shame Gigginox has only been in the 3rd generation set of games and hasn't returned. I would love to see some new weapons, especially Insect Glaive from this monster. Not to mention, it hasn't even shown up in any of the Stories games yet. Capcom, please bring Gigginox back, as I love its armor and weapons so much. It's one of my favorites in the whole series. See you guys next time, and have some fun hunting, where next time, I think instead of talking about some equipment, we're gonna take a look at one of the monsters specifically instead.